Stage 2, 18, looks like 18 laps in. Sorry, I am late. I'm not used to waking up at 10 o'clock in the morning. I missed the stage 1. There's something that happened in stage 1. There's apparently a decent pile up in stage 1. Currently in stage 2, it's been pretty interesting. So, Blaney was a part of that lap, or the stage 1 end incident. I don't know if I can pull that up. My phone's dead. So,
he could get up front, win this race. Eric Almirola back there too, Rick. We know he's great at super speedways, always up front. Has a new sort of leads on his racing career, signed a new deal. Extend his gun retire, signed up, retired, come back for a couple years. Dave.
Ooh.
And Junior, he said that Smithfield was excited about it, and SHR was excited about it. The kids were even excited about it because they've grown up here at the racetrack. The only downside is young Abby may not get a pony for another year or so. 16th season now for Eric Almirola in the Cup Series. Pony on hold, Rick. Well, suffer through not having a pony for maybe another 2 years. I played a little Nascar heat with his son yesterday. He said he was thrilled that his dad's going to be going back to the racetrack. He loves being here. Watch his dad race. He buried the lead, man. Who won? I did, of course. So, I don't know to pick on a kid. I mean, you know, okay.
Alright, well, here comes Byron. Byron's going to go to the bottom.
Front, really pushing that high line. Earlier, he was pushing Chris Buescher. There he pushes Eric Jones out to the lead. He has been committed to that line and being aggressive all day long, which is something Greg Ives, his crew chief, has really worked with him here on the super speedway races. Earlier this week, Greg Ives said, I'm going to hang it up after 2022 as a crew chief. He is really a terrific mind.
Oh, Eric Jones trying to manage both lanes. Ooh, he got Hamlin a little bit out of line.
He's missing his daughter's 16th birthday to be at the racetrack today. He said that's a perfect example of why I'm ready to be at the shop and not the track.
Those are the moments. I mean, I had to make that same decision, and I remember it was those moments that you miss that you love what you do, but
Oh, Byron's pushing Jones out there. I don't know if that was the best idea.
So much going on. Sure, it'll be a very vital asset to that organization, even moving forward. He gets off the pit box. Danny Hamlin and the 22. Joe Logano got that outside line run, and they're pushing Bowman up toward the front. Jones is going to try to go up there and block this run.
Which he will.
We're talking crew chiefs there.
Yeah, well, so far so good. After stage 1, we'll see you guys, or in stage 2, after the stage 1 crash, as far as I know. We'll see you for the stage 2 finish, or when something happens, I guess. Logic of YouTube. We're gonna look at this crash. This will be put after the first recording. I didn't get to see the crash, so. Oh, they check up. Oh. Oh, Blaney was in it. Yeah.
Look at the right front corner. Oh, that means he's in and not rolling. Yeah, 180 degrees means the steering wheel is turned.
Well,
the front tires are not aiming where they need to aim.
That's not good.
Damage. How much damage, Steve? That's the question. Is this repairable?
See, Hamlin got in it too.
Yeah, we'll see if it's just a totaling.
Bell got in it.
For the front, but for the rear. But in the front, much more complicated because of the way the steering works. Whenever it's broken on the right front.
That happened with Fortiga on the stage. Bell, I knew Bell DNF.
Jumbo popcorn chicken or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
Oh, did Jones just get loose and cause the big checkup? Ooh, Keselowski. Ooh.
Look at the 19 there on the right side of the screen. He works his way through all of this, I believe, without any issues.
He believes only flat spotting the tires, only tire damage on the 19.
Again, the two drivers fighting for points, Ryan Blaney,
Wow.
Jr., and Blaney with damage today.
That was the caution.
But you got to remember, though, that Blaney came in with a 25-point lead, so that transfers to those points. This will be a great field.
Yeah, that was the caution from stage 1. Wow. We guess Chase won the stage, right? That means more playoff points for the 9. So, well, I guess that was the stage 1 caution. There we go. Okay.
I don't know if the 43 had a handling issue and just had to breathe it, and Denny was just too close and they all couldn't react, or if it was a push to turn him sideways, but it definitely started.
Yeah, that was not good. Okay.
We kind of saw some similar things
Yeah, well,
500.
back to your regular schedule program, I guess.
Just pushing in the corner.
Okay, well, 6 to go, stage 2.
It will be the NASCAR America Post Race Show.
This could get a little bit interesting.
20 more racing to go. It's the IMSA WeatherTech racing from VIR. It's the GT only weekend from VIRs. That means the GT Daytona and the GT Daytona Pro classes are racing right now.
Ooh, big run from the inside.
The championship of the GTD Pro.
Going to the end of stage number 2.
The IMSA WeatherTech series. Again, that will be coming up right after this race here on CNBC. Dave. Rick, 4 Toyotas in the top line there. The 1/3 in line, the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. He needs stage points as we come to the end of this stage. Listen to the 11 radio right in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Denny trying to do as much as he can for his teammate Martin Truex Jr.
little teammate call right now.
Give Martin a spot there coming to the checkers.
Well, they really are because everybody else doesn't care. And the fact is that all these guys, with the exception of these Toyotas, they want track position. And they even Bubba Wallace. He's in a situation where he needs to win.
Here we go, 4 to go, stage 2.
So, yeah, it's easy to say. It's another thing to do. 4 laps to go to the end of stage 2. That outside line with the Toyotas working really hard. Denny Hamlin trying to push Kyle Busch out front, trying to push him clear.
Nope.
Still separation.
So that inside lane's got to go on Tyler Reddick.
Do the same as there's a little momentum building. Yep.
Here they come. You can see what happens though. One line will get a run, then they'll slow that other line down, then they get bunched back up and get a big
Little
push.
tandem right there.
That's line out there. He's thinking about going to the bottom. Decided against it. It's going to stay up top. Get back here, get his
Oh,
help.
but Kyle Busch is going to go to the bottom though.
Yeah, now he's going to block that inside line.
Denny's probably like, man, I didn't know he's going to do that. I did this in the middle of 3 and 4. I'd have went with you. Yeah, Tyler Reddick, he tried to jump to the outside of Kyle Busch. Kyle wasn't having it. Now that puts the car leading this inside.
Here comes
line.
Elliott to the inside though.
Or Ricky Stenhouse Jr. trying to push
You
it.
got Stenhouse, you got Harrison Burton.
Right now, Tyler Reddick racing for RCR. He jumps up into the Toyota line.
And I never thought I'd say this, but a stage win, I think, would build some momentum for the 18. It has been a rough summer for Kyle Busch. Contract negotiations, a big storyline. Just a stage win, I think, could be enough to at least turn the
Oh, they're going to single file it out on the top. Yeah.
Look at the outside line. Only 3 cars, really 4 or 5 on the bottom.
And that was all because of Reddick moving out of the inside line. It really disturbed everything happening there, took all the energy out of it. And Reddick, a Chevrolet, gets up here into the Toyota line, but they're going to boot him out. Yeah, they shuffled him out.
And that's going to take this inside line momentum back up. Now look at all of them driving to the bottom.
It's 4 Toyotas once again. 1, 2, 3, 4 here in Daytona.
Well, Toyota really planned out their strategy well.
He's always trying to push the issue. He jumped to the outside, trying to be the leader of that line. We never see him just content. He's always changing lanes, trying to make something happen.
And so is the 22. Logano jumps out of line on that inside. He gets in front of Elliott.
Jake's going to try to get to the back bumper of this 22 right here. Trying, he connects, pushes, got to turn loose and to travel a little bit.
Oh, big run from the outside.
1 lap to go in stage 2.
Tons of speed in this top lane. Kyle Busch decided not to try to go up and block it. It was so much momentum, he just couldn't do it. Way up the racetrack now.
Todd Gillen through the middle. That's gonna
Old
bring it
Gillen
up.
through the middle, yeah.
The back here. The 9 gets shuffled out. Now the 11 moves to the outside for that outside line. And to the top. Truex now in the back bumper of this 18 car. Kyle Busch hasn't been able to clear the 11. The 11 running up the racetrack.
Here we go.
What will they do for
Out
the
of
19?
4.
Needing the most points out of all the Toyotas. They side-drafted him a little bit there. Kyle Busch goes a little high. Here comes the 19, but it's Kyle Busch. He's
Oh, Kyle Busch wins stage 1 or stage 2. My bad. Well, he won stage 2. And we'll see you guys for restart. Okay, here we go. Stage 3 underway. There's questions about weather in the area, so this race might get a little interesting.
And McDowell taking that inside ball and that inside lane and running strong with it. Let's see how the Penske cars that are teamed up here, if they can help push that 34.
Toyota's organized up top. One Toyota missing the 18 of Kyle Busch. Too fast entering. That penalty puts him back to 31st. We'll see if he can catch back up to his teammates.
Kyle Busch with a pit road penalty.
There he is.
Oh my God. Kyle's like, I'm getting myself through here one way or another.
That's the 11? Yeah, that was Denny Hamlin. So the last
Oh, here comes Logano.
Come off at Daytona. The Fords not going to stick together. Logano's going to jump out.
Yeah, this is stage 3. So
they're going to bring the Toyotas with them.
ooh.
Cindric really loose on the nose of that 11 car. Look at the 2 car. Got his hands full. Parker.
And guys, as we saw them get rid of that
Ooh.
of Mike McDowell.
Oh!
Here's the big ramp right here.
And that's the big one.
Right here so far. Doesn't look like any big hits. Oh, right front.
Right front fender torn off. And so the caution comes out with 59 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. had fought to within 10 points of Ryan Blaney, who was involved in an accident earlier in the race.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not
The
good.
two fighting to be the top in points. They know that at least one of them will get in.
I hear what Mark's saying. I'm not so sure I don't agree with him. I mean, gain that many points. Why be in the middle of it? Enough guys are laying back.
Wow, that is interesting.
They've still been 10 positions ahead of Blaney. I don't agree. Well, it's had 3 laps. That's how it was. But he didn't really go.
They're good up front. I mean, if he goes back to 15th, he's out. He's behind
It was 10 people behind him.
Yeah,
not everybody was racing. Not everybody was up there racing. There were some people.
Well, McDowell, I think, tried to make a move. Reddick, I think,
he's wrecked with the right way.
was on his bumper while he tried to make the move, and that's how the caution happened.
Crew chief and driver does in the field.
Yeah, look.
We shouldn't have been up there.
So, yeah, he tries to make a move. Oh, and actually, Reddick tried to make a move before McDowell did.
Turns him into the outside wall. It was Ross Chastain in the one that was right behind the 19. You'll see it.
See what happened to get Truex in this wreck.
And it becomes 3 wide.
Bam.
That's Daytona.
Oh, Chastain just ran to the back of him.
It is Daytona. It's what the situation you get.
Ross Chastain just ran to the back of him. I got Byron involved.
Just a nice job.
Butcher involved.
Right over from behind.
Yeah. That, well, I think,
Now that is going to hurt.
yeah. Oh,
Corey
Corey LaJoy almost flipped.
How much damage is on that car?
I think Corey LaJoy goes through spotless, really. I mean, no real damage except for that mark. That's about it. Yeah, you can see, oh, yeah, Tyler Reddick just peeks out for a quick second and hits the wrong side of McDowell, and bam.
He's trying to get back to the pits. Terry done more of that. Trying to go slow if he can without having that right foot tight. You see the tire trying to.
All right, you mentioned, let's find, Warren, take a second here. The 19 is right here. So he's about the 4th car in line. Because you were calling that line, they look pretty good. So let's take a look at where he gets in this accident, Joe.
Yeah, let's look. I definitely know Ross Chastain hits him.
So he starts seeing right now, starts to think the drivers are slowing up. He tries to get slowed up just a gut. hit just in the back a little bit, shot him to the right. He tried to get slowed down to
Yep.
keep from hitting the wall and came back across the racetrack.
Look at that tire pop and blow that right front fender off. I was like, did he make contact with the right front fender on the wall, or what happened there? Right here, watch this right front fender.
Oh.
That's wow. So I was wondering where the fender came off. That's crazy.
So Steve, the great thing for Martin Truex Jr. is he said the steering's fine.
Yeah.
So right now that means they've got body damage, and if he can get himself, if the steering is indeed fine and the car drives okay, if he can get himself in the middle of the pack,
Well,
he can keep
that's a caution. We'll see you guys for the restart. We go green flag after the crash.
Leading the field now 2 by 2. 53.
This is gonna get interesting.
Again, a new winner inside the top 30 in points could win their way into the playoffs. The two drivers that are fighting for points right now, Ryan Blaney and Martin Truex Jr.
Yeah, I'm charging my phone, yeah.
Had issues today, both involved in accidents.
I'm gonna need your card to get for the order, yeah.
Just stay in the bottom, no lane change.
Right on that outside, Bubba giving a shove.
Logano, those two, trying to get that inside line going once again.
Really good push from this 47 car to the back of Reddick. Clears Reddick, ready to go to the bottom here.
Right to the bottom.
Back to the top.
Oh no, it doesn't go back to the top, but he's gonna stay on the bottom though. Big run from Logano.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at 47 car. Remember, he was leading the Daytona 500 late. When Brad Keselowski was trying to push him from behind, they're just spinning him out, getting him ready.
Okay, we're back. Okay, for some reason, I ran out of storage. I had to delete some stuff. So.
Weather being rain here at the racetrack, what they are worried about is lightning from that storm. If it's 8 miles from the track, they would have to shut the race down. They told Bubba Wallace on the radio before they went on screen, take every run you can. We don't know when this race might end.
That's the question. I don't know when the race might end either.
I'm convinced that weather concern is what caused that last race. These drivers aren't looking at 50 to go. They're concerned this race could end at any moment. That means the intensity level is going to be picked up.
Oh, oh, we getting a little risky with it. Hey, we getting a little risky now. We're pushing.
Giving him another shove.
I mean, we're pushing.
Through 3 and 4, and back out bumps to the front stretch here at Daytona. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has won at this racetrack in Talladega.
More movement from the 22. And further to the back, Kyle Busch working himself up from the back from that outside lane. He's trying to generate a third lane. Keeps jumping on the outside of guys.
Oh, look, another cracked camera this year.
That's out the upper lane to try to get to the front.
Drivers see that big dark cloud, so they believe what they're hearing on the radio. Yeah, the Bro Street car giving us that.
Let's hope that vortex theory works, DW. DW better hope that vortex theory works today.
Look at the fan back out, 3 wide back here.
Yeah, see, they're trying to get that third lane going.
Dave.
Rick, Tyler Reddick wouldn't be able to do this if the team had not learned from February here at Daytona. Randall Burnett told me that he described the car as sketchy most of the day. They put a lot of speed in the car, but left out some drivability. So they built drivability into it for this weekend.
Oh, it's starting to get a little risky for me.
Drivers, you know that.
It's starting to get a little risky for me.
Like a Rick. Any minute. Look at this. Bubba Wallace to the inside.
Oh, oh, oh.
Behind the 8, Bubba Wallace up to 2nd.
Cole Custer got out of line.
Okay, okay, yep. 4-3 wide. Okay, Rex Bruin. Rex Bruin. We're gonna crash any minute now.
Stenhouse Jr. way up the racetrack, almost into the 14.
He was loose. He seemed really loose. And you see how many laps it took for that third lane to get generated. Some guys in the back had to try it, and then people kept bailing.
Oh.
And now it's there. Some contact. Bubba Wallace back to the bottom of the racetrack. There's 23 moving around here right on the nose of that 48.
Oh. Oh my God, they're pushing.
They're loose. They're not comfortable at all getting pushed up there.
And moving out of line once again,
Okay, yeah. Okay, so they're getting the outside lane going. So it's single file train here. I think that's what they're trying to do is single file train. Oh. Oh. See what that bottom does. Here comes Bowman. Bowman to the outside.
It's such quick decisions you have to make. You don't need to make this out. Look at Bubba Wallace. What's he going to do now?
He's going to have to push Reddick.
Have a decision made, decided to push Reddick.
Bowman to the lead. Ooh.
And now, once again, it's Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace. They're lined up on the inside. Austin Cindric in the 2 trying to push, but now it's going to be 3 wide as Denny Hamlin goes to the middle. He sees the 9 of Chase Elliott and wants to jump in front of that car.
I think that bottom lane's starting to come in a little bit. Or at least the middle.
He's going to get a big push up from Denny Hamlin. Watch this inside line. What does Bubba do?
Oh, so single file train now.
Goes right to the back bumper. This inside line better get organized. Wild racing here in Stage 3 at Daytona.
Caution is out. Chase Briscoe and a lot of others involved.
So the 41 dives in the middle of the back straightaway.
Let's see what happens.
Look at him up the racetrack.
So,
And he starts coming back down the track. Grabbing the left rear quarter panel.
yep, and bam. Bowman in it, Custer in it. Oh wow, look at the 14.
Driving up the track loose.
Bubba was in it. Harrison Burton, Austin Dillon, a bunch of others in it.
Take another look at this right here.
Bam.
This thing gets backwards, it turns around, and it climbs a long ways off the ground.
Yeah, Stenhouse may have gotten a little damage from it.
That thing that's scary because typical with bad.
Oh, looks like Todd got a little bit of damage.
You know, we've seen other cars. This will be a great onboard. Let's take a look.
Let's look at the onboard here. Oh, right there. Oh, bam.
That's how quick things happen here in Daytona. Think about this. We talked about avoiding wrecks and the dilemma of Martin Truex Jr. All the wrecks today have started from the second position. So in the front of the
Bam.
Just, it's so aggressive.
That 14 car.
Oh, Carter. There was a car in the wall back there. I saw somebody was in the wall back there trying to make sure the car was slowed. Well, caution out. We'll see you guys for if we have a restart. Remember, weather is in the area, so it's going to be risky to see if a restart's going to happen. Okay, here we go. Restart after the big crash. Green flag.
They're separated by 3 points right now as we go back to racing. 30 laps to go at Daytona. Justin Haley just off the front of the 22 of Joey Logano. Eric Jones back up into the front with the 43 as well.
Oh, Haley! Oh my God, Haley's being aggressive. Oh, Eric Jones and Joey Logano around.
My goodness. Now the caution will come out again.
And caution.
This is just what the Haley needs, right? Because now it's just time. I say that because he has 33 laps of fuel burned out of his car. So probably 15 more laps, maybe 16. He can nurse his fuel tank. He knows he has to pit again. So if you're hoping for times on your side, you like to ride around under yellow, which is why that block.
That extremely aggressive block is happening right now. You have to treat this as if you're coming from the turkey one more now. 43 trying to get around the pit road on these flat tires without any damage. The 22 though looks like he has a
this is going to be interesting. Weather is making everyone drive like they have no minds anymore.
Front tires definitely pointing. Well, maybe they both turn that way. Maybe it's a rear totally bent. We can't tell. He's correcting it with the front. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think the tail's to the left.
We mentioned Justin Haley and aggressive. Why did he try to get out front? Well, take a look at the radar. This is what right now the teams are looking at and what these drivers are being told. There's a cell that is to the southwest right now of the racetrack, and it's headed right at us. So how long will it take until potentially a lightning strike or potentially rain? They want to be up front if that possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting crazier and crazier now.
Just Haley. I'm going to circle this right here. 6 points
Right, Truex came into this race 25 points behind Blaney. Blaney was in an early accident. They made repairs, but with Ty Gibbs being multiple laps down, Blaney hasn't been able to get any of his laps back. He's back there in 30th. Truex is riding around in 14th right now. 6 positions on the racetrack is what keeps Truex in front of Blaney in points. That only matters if we have a new winner, but oh, by the way, that's what we have. There's currently a new winner leading the race, so very complicated situation.
Yeah, this is starting to get interesting.
This all really kind of started with the Kurt Busch news, right?
Caution out, and we'll see you guys, well, when something happens. Here we go. Rain is literally could hit the racetrack at any moment. Green flag.
We go back to green flag racing. 26 laps to go. Haley out front says he doesn't have enough fuel. He is banking on the fact that there is going to be inclement weather that's going to halt this race.
Big push right there to Eric Almirola.
Big push.
Thought he was going to turn left to try to get underneath Haley, but he stayed behind him. Haley is
Let's see what happens, though.
We saw that cause trouble the last restart. The 10,
Oh, aggressive pushing.
Big pushes Suarez.
Pushes are starting to get heavy and aggressive.
And he covers it up.
Outside tries to regroup here.
Oh.
Chase Elliott pushing Busher, pushing Almirola.
As Haley leads on bottom left, look at 2 points. Truex to Blaney. Blaney can't really go anywhere, but Truex is in the middle of his pack.
Oh, here comes Suarez.
Daniel Suarez to the outside of the 31 for the lead off of turn 2.
Got help from the
Oh.
Behind him, Hamilton was in the back of Kyle Busch, almost spun him out.
Oh, here we go.
Haley right in front of that inside line. Now,
Oh, Haley's strategy not working now.
when will he dive to the bottom? He's got the 10 pushing it out front. Eric Almirola. And he needs a win.
Question is, what will Chris Buescher do?
Everything by himself. He's hoping to
Chris
pick up
Buescher.
behind. Now he's got the 31 car of Haley.
In the sunshine and out the windshield, these drivers see the ominous clouds coming here to Daytona.
Hamlin jumps in front of that outside line.
I think everyone's hoping for the vortex theory to work.
Big push from the 11 to the 18.
To the bottom. 31 goes down the block.
Oh,
Went to block him.
oh, Chris Buescher.
Haley moves to the outside.
That was risky.
Of that 10 of Almirola. Can't quite clear him. Now it's 3 wide per second.
And then he handled that bottom lane. Now you got
Oh,
the
here we
bottom.
go.
What's he gonna do?
Hamlin to the outside.
The second leader Busher goes with him.
He wants the lead. Hamlin now.
Here comes Hemrick.
Hamrick in the 16.
Oh my God, Hemrick's gonna actually go high. Here comes Ty Dillon.
Right behind Denny.
Side by side for the
Oh
lead.
God.
Suarez on the inside. Hamlin on the outside.
Dude, with rain in the area, bro, I don't know what you're thinking at this point.
Some help with him.
Oh, big crash. Oh, the big one. The big one. Austin Dillon gets through. The huge one at Daytona.
The 3 of Austin Dillon squeezes through. He is in front. And look at virtually the only car to clear it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me? We just had the huge one.
Never seen racing that intense in Daytona. Never.
What just happened?
Truex Jr. is going to gain
Austin Dillon could possibly win this race if we don't get it restarted in time. That's the huge one. This is going to be a long cleanup, folks. I think Austin Dillon just won this race.
last caution. The 3 was Rick.
And it's raining.
And it's starting to rain.
It is raining right here. The heavy rain has moved over the grandstands. As we sat here looking out the window, it became clear. My goodness, Austin Dillon. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
We have to remember, it's only 12:30 in the afternoon here at Daytona.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Rick.
But these cells have popped up with 22 laps to go. Richard
Oh my
Childress,
God. The big one just happened, and Austin Dillon is primed to win this race. Rain has fallen. Oh my God.
Radar. Yeah, you see the weather cells that are starting to pop up now, and that's typical for This part of Florida.
I mean, there were.
Was it raining?
But it's like 4 or 5 things happening all at once.
Hold on, was it raining prior to that?
Got 2 or 3 cars sideways.
Because it looked like... No, was it raining prior? Because it looked like everybody just got loose. Everyone just got, like, slick.
I want to know how he gets through because he's the only one on the apron.
Oh, it started raining. It started raining and everybody got so loose. Austin Dillon with the possibility of the move of the race.
The 17 of us are trying to go into the middle there on the 31 on the 16. No, the 99 just loses it. Danny Rex. Well, the 31 just lost it too by up in that top lane.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, yeah, like if both leaders are in clean air and they don't catch their car, that tells me that there's something down there that's reducing grip. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
guys, there were a lot of drivers saying, hey, it's raining. Why are we racing right now? And that could have been the result of what happened there.
Watch this 31, right? Watch him.
Oh my God.
Inside lane, very top. All right, as they roll through here.
Look at this.
See right there? He's sideways. Yeah. 11 sideways. The track is wet.
The track was wet.
And Jeff, exactly. His spotter was telling him it's raining, and then after that all went down, Justin Haley came on the radio and said it was raining. So, of course, there was no grip down there.
The 3 was 16th going into that wreck. Now that makes sense there because all 3
Oh
cars,
my God.
bottom, first car, middle,
Yeah, it's raining. You can see the moisture.
They all go down to the corner. All 3 lose grip. They're the first ones in there.
Look,
We
it's
don't know.
Stenhouse.
The 47 has no grip because he's 7 feet in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say, you get no grip while you're 7 feet in the air.
And it's such a, such a tough call. I mean, you can't tell it's raining down there. We're right here next to the Nascar tower. I know they have spotters out there, but obviously it came really quick.
Oh, wow, that is violent. Those are some hits right there.
Like, look at this right here. I mean, so, Dan, you and I, the first replay, we were like, we don't know what possibly happened. And look at the 3 at the bottom, that greenish, tealish, and black car sneaking through.
Wow.
Front of the field.
So yeah, you can see the drops on the camera. So, and then yeah.
It's just it happens so fast. Everything's fine, and then they drive.
Yeah, the huge one at Daytona.
On the short chute heading to turn 1, none of these guys had any.
Yeah, you can't even really. Looked like Kevin Harvick was about to make it through, and bam.
Again, the 3 shoots through from down on the apron.
This is going to be a huge cleanup. I mean, the rain's already hit the racetrack. I mean,
this race, they move into the next round of the playoffs, but on top of that, get their first win as Cup drivers. Check this out. Look at Ty.
yeah, I mean, oh my God.
It looks like the Z's are going to part, but Ty got loose, and they made contact.
Yeah, look at Kevin Harvick.
The track was wet.
Wow, Kevin Harvick was about to shoot through that until the last minute.
So, we've seen this. Let's just watch this all the way through, right? 3 of us, Dylan. Here's the incredible 21 dead sideways on the bridge. If you hear the spotter, I'm imagining that the driver doesn't have time to listen to the spotter or hear a reaction at that point. That is crazy. The 21 of Harrison Burton, the 42, you mentioned it. Bad breaks for those, Jeff, but there had to be a moment where that 3 car had to think.
You're telling me Cody Ware's currently in 3rd, too?
These cars are all riding around. Some of these cars that got that wreck, they're all riding around with flat tires, with wrecked race cars, but they couldn't pit. They just had to keep going around. Because if this race is over, then you're going to be scored where you finish right here.
Yeah, here comes the rain now. It is a heavy downpour that is coming right now. And they'll pull on to
well, rain.
red flag this race.
They're going to red flag it.
With 21 laps.
21 to go.
And what do you do? I mean, you can't throw the yellow because it might rain. I don't know what else you can do in that situation. You can't have an official every 50 feet around this racetrack waiting on a shower to pop up. That's just an unfortunate situation, and I don't see how else we could have avoided.
And we saw earlier in the race, there was a light shower in 1 and 2, but it didn't affect them to the degree that it did just now. You know, you can't.
Wow, red flag.
How hard it's raining at that
This
time.
is.
It's got to be something that is.
This is starting to get crazy.
Right now, that was not decisive in turn 1 and 2. This, what we're seeing right now, is very decisive.
Question is, will NASCAR attempt to get this race back going? I don't know. We'll see you guys when we get an update. Whether Austin Dillon wins or not, we don't know yet. But we'll see you guys whenever we can. So.